borders vanish, and the entire Earth becomes a single nation. No passports, no barriers, no lines on the map dividing people. You could step out of your home and go anywhere on the planet without asking anyone's permission. It sounds like the ultimate dream of globalization, a united humanity with complete freedom of movement. But behind that vision lies a series of questions. Who would lead this world? How would resources be shared? And what happens when billions of people start moving all at once? Today, we're going to explore what would really happen if the world had no national borders, a scenario that could completely reshape the future of humanity. You could work anywhere, live in any city, and call the entire planet home. Commerce? It would explode. No more tariffs, no more red tape, just one massive marketplace connecting over 8 billion people. A small idea in Brazil could spread to New York in just a few days. Science? It would take off like a rocket. With no political barriers, the brightest minds from around the world could join forces to cure deadly diseases, create clean energy, and maybe get humans to Mars faster than you think. And with a single global government, we could tackle climate change, natural disasters, and pandemics more effectively, together. War, gone. Nuclear threats, just history. Military budgets would be redirected toward global healthcare, protecting human rights, and improving working conditions. A single currency could reduce economic inequality and give every business, from small to large, a fair shot. You could travel, study, and work anywhere without needing a visa. Cultures would blend, ideas would spread, and everyone could have access to top-quality education and healthcare. Roads, electricity, and the internet, everything, would be connected, clean, and fast. The environment would be protected, resources managed sustainably, and artists could share their work with the entire world. This would be humanity's greatest leap, when we truly live as one family on Earth. From the very first weeks, massive waves of migration will pour into so-called promised lands, places with pleasant climates, strong economies, and generous welfare systems. Megacities will swell beyond control, subways packed to the brim, hospitals overwhelmed, schools running out of space, and housing prices along with living costs skyrocketing. Infrastructure that was only ever designed for the current population will be pushed past its limits, forcing local governments to scramble for funding and solutions, while informal slums spring up with all the safety and sanitation risks they bring. But the pressure won't just come from sheer numbers, it will also come from cultural clashes. When dozens of languages, religions, and lifestyles coexist in cramped spaces, even small differences can erupt into major conflicts. Language barriers make communication, signage, and laws difficult to standardize. Simple questions like, what language will children learn? Or, how should signs be written? Suddenly become politically sensitive issues. Without mechanisms for mediation or shared norms, opposing values, such as individual freedom versus community standards, will collide with growing intensity. In the labor market, competition will become fiercer than ever. With no borders, you're not just competing with people from the next province, but from all over the world. Businesses will be able to easily hire top talent at low cost from anywhere, but low-skilled workers will face the risk of wage suppression and loss of social protection. At the same time, resources like housing, fresh water, and energy will be stretched thin, driving prices higher and deepening inequality. Without transparent allocation rules and minimum welfare standards, whoever pays more wins will become the unspoken law, leading to overexploitation and environmental destruction. When borders disappear, national governments will cease to exist, giving way to a single global authority overseeing more than 8 billion people. In such an environment, multinational corporations will rise to become enormous political forces, holding control over the economy and directly influencing the lives of billions. But along with that comes the risk of losing cultural identity, as local languages, customs, and traditions gradually dissolve into a unified global model. The future. Will it be paradise or chaos? Imagine. On one side, a peaceful, prosperous world, where people live freely, cooperate, and work together to build a better future. But on the other, scenes of disorder, inequality, and division. where power is abused and freedom becomes nothing more than an illusion. A world without borders could open an unprecedented era of cooperation, where all humanity becomes one big family. But without rules, without balance, everything could quickly spiral into chaos. And so, the final question remains: do you believe that freedom and unity can only exist if we learn to respect and understand each other? What are your thoughts on today's topic? Leave a comment, hit like, and subscribe to join us in exploring more fascinating stories ahead. Thank you for watching.